Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever time you may be listening to this here podcast episode. I just want to say, have a blessed day. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your progress. Enjoy who you are. I just want to get on here and just talk a little bit about a few things. Um, don't ever allow anyone to choose how you should live or to choose how you should feel or to choose what you should think. When I went through the abuse that I went through, brought a lot of hardship, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of bitterness. I carried that a long time within my heart, within my spirit, within myself. I had to learn how to trust. I had to learn how to love. I had to learn how to be me. And that took a while. Excuse me. I had to find that inner peace. And it's not something that you can find a couple of hours, a day, a week, a month. Sometimes it may take a year or more. But don't ever give up. Don't ever let go. You may still have days where you're going to cry. You're still going to have days where you're going to be disappointed. You're still going to have days where you're going to remember what happened to you. Or if you're not out of your abusive relationship, what you have done wrong. You're going to question everything about yourself. You're not going to look, I didn't look at the abuser as he was wrong. I looked at myself as I was wrong because I wasn't doing things that could make him happy all the time. And I searched for that inner peace to find out what to do, how to act, how to perform. And sometimes it does not matter how you act, how you perform, what you say. It's just that the abuser is going to find something about you that disturbs them. Maybe you're not complaining, or maybe you're fighting back, or maybe you're just allowing him to do whatever he wants. I know when I was in an abusive relationship, excuse me, I didn't quit. I hated what he did to me. I hated with a passion. I looked at sex as just plain nasty because the things that he did to me, um, the things that I kept telling myself that I allowed, was a bitter pill for me to take, me to swallow. But I didn't have any choice. And now my life is totally different. I'm reaching out to single women that's been in an abusive relationship or going through abuse. I'm reaching out to them to let them know that they have an individual that's been through an abuse and wants to be there to listen, to help, to encourage, whatever, to help them recognize that they are somebody. I didn't have that. I didn't have someone that I could talk to because I didn't trust. I had a fear of trust. But I understand what it feels like and what you're going through, what you're thinking. I understand it. I understand the tears. I understand all of that. And as I go, on my life, continue to go forward, um, I'm not going to give up on this podcast. I'm not going to keep talking about what I experienced, what I went through, how I felt. I'm not going to give it up because I know if I don't help but one single woman, I am happy. I am very happy. So therefore, I'm not going to give up because I know that there's a single woman out there who's listening and trying to get up enough of courage to reach out and say, I need help. And I understand that. My life, like I said, as of now, I have learned to trust. I'm not in a relationship. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being in a relationship, but if you're in an abusive relationship, that's when it's wrong. But I'm not looking to be in a relationship. And if you are, and if you're out of the abusive relationship, give yourself time to heal on the inside because don't turn around once you get out of the abusive relationship, get back into another relationship because it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You're going to have times where you're going to look at this individual and wonder, are you going to beat me? And you're going to start hating the individual because all you see is your past in this man. Until you get delivered from that abuse that you went through, this relationship that you get in is going to fail. It's not, it may be, a couple of months, a year, and everything's okay. But if you're not healed on the inside, it's going to fail. Because when I got in the other relationship with this minister, it didn't last, it failed. It was nothing that I did. I just jumped into a relationship too quick. I'm thinking, he's a minister and, all is good. I mean, I wasn't sexually abused by this minister. I wasn't beat by this minister. I wasn't cussed out by this minister. None of that. But I was lied to. And that's just as bad as being beat when you're lied to. And you're told one thing and him knowing all along that he didn't want no relationship with you, but he wasn't man enough to say it. He allowed me to feel that we had something that was going to be awesome. He had proposed to me and oh my God, was I so happy. I was really happy because he never said anything negative about me. He never belittled me. He never spoke evil words against me. It was always such a sweet, pleasant words. He would always lift me up. He would always lift my children up. He would always be there. He wouldn't say anything negative about me. He would always encourage me and say, I thank God for you. I thank God that I found a woman that I can love and she loves me and I love her children. And he didn't have any children. So he said, he lifted me up and that did something to me, the inside of me. Oh my God. I felt so awesome. I felt so uplifting. I felt so powerful. I felt like a woman who could just take on the world. And so when he proposed, I started, in my mind saying, okay, what type of dress I wanted, how I wanted the wedding to go. I started planning for it. Told a few people, not a lot. I told a few people I'm getting married. Oh my God, when I went to have the dress fitted, where I went to have it done, I told the woman, oh my God, this is so awesome. I'm getting married. I'm going to have a partner in my life. I'm going to have someone who loves me, who cherishes me, who lifts me up, who tells me how proud he is of me. Oh, I was just on cloud 1,000. It just felt so awesome because I said to myself, here it is. I'm with this man and he's not sexually abusing me. He's not cussing me out, hitting me, talking negative about me. Here it is. This man is lifting me up, telling me how proud he is and everything. It was such an awesome time. I looked for the invitations. I planned who was going to be in the wedding, all of that, because I was on that cloud. And there was nothing he was doing negative, nothing that I could say. I was on such a high that I wasn't recognizing the subtle points that was going on. I wasn't recognizing the distance that was happening. I'm thinking because he lived out of town that, I understand when he's not able to make it, or I'm not able to go there. And I never looked at it as a subtle point. I never looked at it as a message letting me know something's going on, something's wrong, something's not right. I was just too high to even focus on doubt, failure, anything like that. I just kept going forward. The kids were happy. I was happy. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was excited. I'm about to be a wife. I never noticed the little things that was happening. I never noticed the less and less phone calls. I kept making excuses. Well, he's busy. He works, he's a minister, he's probably traveling, going different places, ministering. Never thought at any time he had decided not to marry me. So I continued doing what I was doing, being happy, saying to myself, wow, Lord, I thank you. The hurt that I felt from the relationship I was in when a man abused me, seemed like that was mellowing out. I didn't think about that. I didn't even think because it was no sex involved. There was no bad words, no cussing out, no low self esteem. He wasn't tearing up my character. None of that. And then one day I started to say, "Hey, haven't heard from him in a week. Wonder what's going on." So I left a message. I said, "When you get a chances, give me a call. Call me." He called and said, "Hey, I'll get, I'm real busy with this ministering stuff, going to different conferences and stuff. So, but, I'll be getting back with you. Um, it's all good. Don't worry about nothing. I still love you." Lie one. It's all good. Lie two. I'm real busy, doing conference, going to different ministry, Lie three. I'm thinking, well, I can understand that. He's a minister and I'm quite sure he's got to do different stuff. So I'll continue, um, I won't, place the order for the invitations yet, or I'll just pay so much on a dress, never knowing that when I talked to him the last time, he had made up in his mind, I don't want to have anything to do with her. And then, like I said in recent episodes about the letter he put underneath my door, the frustration, the anger, the bitterness, the wanting to just give up on life, wanting to just harm myself. And as I think about that, I am so blessed that God kept me and didn't allow me to hurt myself. But I got back into that depression, low self-esteem, anger, and bitterness towards men. I started putting them all in the same category as liars, deceitful, disrespectful. I put them all in a category. And that's how I see men. And I didn't want no man to touch me, say anything to me, talk to me, because I didn't trust them anymore. And that was a battle that I prayed. God help me. Show me. Deliver this hate, this bitterness that I am carrying. Because I was carrying it. I carried it. I carried it. I carried it. I carried it. So I just want to reflect and talk about how I felt. I don't feel that now. Um, I'm not hurting as much as I did. I'm loving my life. I'm able to talk about the experience that I went through. I'm able to speak about it. I'm able to say, oh my God, thank you. I'm able to help another single woman who's been in an abusive relationship. This is 365 days a year that a woman is being abused. So I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep reaching out. So at any time you want to reach out to me, talk, just email me at bmsdiva@gmail.com and we can make it happen. And remember, God loves you and so do I. And it gets better. Believe me, it gets better. You will become the woman that you were born to be. You will be an outstanding woman that's going to help another single woman, a lady that's been abused. You got this. Don't ever give up. I'm not going to give up talking about it. Don't ever give up. Give it to the Lord. Help him bring you out of it because he can and he will. Because he loves you with the greatest love you could ever have. And he would always be there for you. Reach out to him. Tell him, Father God, I need you. Please help me. And he'll help you. Hold on to the Lord. Give it to the Lord. Rest in the arms of the Lord. He will take you through this. He will bring you out. Be blessed and thank you for listening. Have an awesome day.